My name is Dennis Skarker. My wife and I own Catskill Flies in Roscoe, New York, conveniently located on Main Street. We can be reached at the web at catskillflies.com, also by phone at 607 498 6146. Most of the flies in this shop are tied in-house. We also provide a custom fly tying service for those who don't tie. I'm going to tie an orange soft tackle. This fly probably goes back to the 15th century, 16th century. This is one of the earliest flies out there. So in the vise, we've got a size 12 wet fly hook. And we're going to use today Pearsall Silk. This is in orange. Pearsall Silk is no longer made. And the price asked for it is rather high. So if you don't have the Pearsall Silk, you can use 6.0 orange silk. All right, here we go. I'm going to start just about how I started before. And we're going to run this thread right down, the silk right down. Leave the thread here. It's easier to guide it if you do that. So traditionally, this fly is going to end right about there. I'm going to cut the end off. Now we're going to wind back up. This is the body. You can use a floss if you like, but I just generally use the thread. If I go to size 10, then I'll use the floss. Right up to here, about here. Now for the thorax. What we're going to use is a hair's mask, and I'm going to clip some of the coarser, darker hair out. Maybe mix it with a little lighter color. And you can just kind of, if you're doing a whole lot of these, you can put it in a coffee grinder. This is what I normally do. And if you're just doing a few, you can pick a little bit of hair off. And just about like that. Okay. I want to use my thread wax on this because this hair's mask is rather coarse. Okay. A little bit of dubbing here, a little hair's mask. Wrap this bad boy in. A little too much, I think. There we go. This is more like it. Don't put this on heavy like a dry fly. Let it bug. This is going to show movement to the fly. And on this fly, it's basically hackle. A little bit of fur. Alright. Now we're going to use a partridge feather on this. I happen to like the darker hackle for the orange soft tackle. But I'm sure you could use the light one if that's what you have. I'm going to try to find a feather here that'll fit the mold. And here we go. Alright. I'm going to strip off some of this lower end, so we're about like this. And what we want on this is the feather to reach the end of the fly, or come close to it. It's not timed like a regular wet fly where the hackle only goes to the point of the hook. I'm going to use a full feather. If I was tying this in 16 or 18, I'd strip one side off, but on this one, I'm going to use a full feather. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it in by the tip, not the butt. It's a little easier if you tie it in by the tip. About like this. Tie it down. It's really important on the silk that you don't use extra wraps because this is about 5/0 thread. Clip this off. There we go. And take the hackle pliers. It's a lot easier this way because you're grabbing onto the stem, not the tip. And just take about a wrap and a half. Don't worry about how they fly all over the place. It's not going to be a problem. There we go. I'm going to come around, tie this down. Here we go. All right. Get a few of these fibers out of the way. when you're tying with the full feather, sometimes you'll get the hackle fibers to go all over the place. Trust me, fish don't care. Okay. An important part of this fly is not to tie the hackle back against the fibers to hold them back like this. You want these fibers to move, and the way you do that is tie it like you're tying a dry fly. Just like that. There you go, just like that. Okay. Whoop. One more time. Okay. Tie one here and one here. And there we go. A point on this fly is that during caddis hatches or egg-laying flights, the soft hackle is a far better choice than a dry fly. And if you're a West Branch of the Delaware fisherman, this fly in 14 and 16 during the summer months is going to be highly productive for you. And there you go, orange soft hackle. I'm Dennis Garker. Thanks for watching, and I hope I see you on the river.